Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it is time for the Monday morning podcast for Monday, September 26th, 2016. What's going on? How are you? Yesterday, September 25th, was the 36th anniversary of the death of John Bonham. Why do I know that? Because I'm a nerd. All right, let's get into the podcast this week. Now, I don't have a lot of time to fucking sit here and try and brighten up your goddamn Monday. Okay? I've been doing these podcasts since 2007. All right? At some point, I have to kick you people out of the nest, and you have to learn how to find your own chuckles, your own happiness on a Monday. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's just get right into it. People, last Thursday evening, if you owned a television and you had it on, okay, if you're not one of those annoying readers, you know what I mean? You know how annoying readers are. They can't just go and do it. They got to let everybody know, I don't watch TV. Oh, good. Well, guess what? Now we have nothing to talk about because I don't give a fuck about, this is how little I read. I can't even name an author other than like Stephen King, and I know he's not one of the classics. Well, maybe he will be someday. Maybe The Dead Zone will be right up there with, what's the guy's fuck? Crispus Attucks? Is that the guy who started the Revolutionary War? Was he the first guy who was killed? Or did he write Scrooge? What the fuck was that guy's name? Now I know it was Christopher. It was Christopher something. I read the fucking book. I read it. You know something? I read a bunch of classics because I was sick of people bringing them up and I didn't know what they were. The Prince and the Pauper. I read that one. I read The Count of Monte Cristo, which was like a fucking 600-page book. I read the whole fucking thing with my ADD. I mean, it took forever. Great book. I give it a thumbs up. Moby Dick, I couldn't get through the fucking thing because they kept breaking down whaling like I had nothing better to do, right? Like there was no TV and internet and all that shit in my life. Like the books from back then, if you get like the original like copy of it, like how it was actually written, you understand the astounding level of fucking boredom. You didn't have a car, you didn't have any money, you'd be lucky if you had fucking shoes. Okay, and if somebody was nice enough to actually teach you how to read, you had a book, like your heart was fucking racing. Oh my God, I have a book. Right? And you get excited. What was that book? One of those Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer things. Like if you whitewash the whole fence, we'll give you an apple. And he was excited. There weren't any Snickers, right? It was a fucking apple. Nature's sugar, as they say, right? And he was all fucking, he painted a whole fucking fence for an apple. I love the apples are free. Just walk up to the goddamn tree and you take it, right? Just like how this country was taken, right? We just walked right up, we just took it. Hey, you guys are already here. Yeah, move out, clear it out. Keep moving, back it up, white people coming. Right? It's probably the nicest way genocide was ever described. Hey, could you guys just back it up a little bit? Yeah, but now there's no reason to read. And pretty soon there's going to be no reason to even interact with other human beings. Now, when they make not only these sex suits that they're working on so vigorously, I believe in Asia, as far as the videos that I've seen. Now, none of this, believe it or not, has really been researched. I can't remember who the fuck, if it was one of you lunatics who sent me the thing, or if I saw it on TV. I never remember how I get information, but I distinctly remember seeing somebody laying down in a suit. Actually, it might have been the writer's room at F is for Family. I don't have any fucking short-term memory anymore, right? It's probably all the fucking GMOs in my food, according to the hippie people down there at the farmer's market, who go, look, man, this is how big a chicken's supposed to be, man. Those fucking GMOs, man. I don't know if there's GMOs in my food or not. You know why? Because they're flavorless. You can't taste them. You'd think if somebody was putting something in your food, you'd be like, oh, what is that? What is that? I don't know how they're flavorless. It's kind of weird. Anyways, the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so this fucking guy was laying down in a... It looked like he was wearing one of those... Remember the gimp from that Tarantino movie, right? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. What the fuck was it? Pulp Fiction, right? They had the gimp. Well, he had a gimp suit on, except it was like white. And I don't know if they just covered up his face so he wouldn't know his identity. But he was like, he had this fucking mummy thing on. He had the virtual reality glasses. And then there was something on his dick. I don't know what it was doing. It was like the fleshlight, except it was the automatic version. No, the fleshlight is automatic. That's battery powered, right? That is the creepiest goddamn fucking thing in the history of man. I remember time I was doing a podcast and this person had one. And he goes, look at this thing. Check this thing out. It was like, you put your dick in that? Anyways, the dude was just laying there. What I'm trying to say is they're working on these fucking virtual reality sex suits, okay? So once these things, they get them to a fucking level, like, look how good they've made video games, okay? And I haven't played since Grand Theft Auto 3 because that game was so fucking great. It just took over my life. I can't imagine what they're like now. So what I'm saying is, once they have the sex suit things going on, like, you're gonna deal with your wife? Would you even have a wife? I don't want to hear that horse shit about companionship and blah, 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 and all of that crap. You get that all out of the way when you put on your mummy suit. You know what I mean? You lay down, you fucking dial up whatever you want. Hey, I want to be in a pizza parlor. I want to have fucking mozzarella sticks, right? And then this chick comes over and goes, here's your check. And then I say, I ain't got the money. And then for some reason, she blows me. But can I dial up where I can actually also be eating the mozzarella sticks? And you know, Siri will be in there and be like, I don't think that'll be a problem. Ding. And then it's going to be happening. When you can fucking do that in the future, it's a wrap. It's fucking over. You know what I mean? I wonder if he gave like a sex offender, like one of those suits, would he stop fucking trying to snatch people? You know, be like, dude, dial up whatever you want, you fucking lunatic. Just stay away from us. Probably wouldn't, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, oh, you know something, you know what would be fucking hilarious? Is book readers would actually still be fucking real people. Be like, yeah, you know, I don't have a sex suit, I like the actual, you know, I thought the person was better. It's like, will you shut the fuck up? Wow, I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know how I got on that. What was that, fucking 8 minutes of shit? All right, 52 to go. It's not bad. I was saying, if you were near a television, if you were near a goddamn TV, do you have a TV in your life, okay? If you're not one of these fucking readers, these people who are informed, these people who know who their governor is, you know what I mean? They know all the words to the national anthem. You know, they've memorized all the flags around the world. You know those people? They just can't get enough of doing excruciatingly boring things. You know? They're the kinds of people that when they buy something, they like read the instructions, the whole fucking book. They know how their whole phone works. These are all the people that, you know, you don't really hate them, which you hate yourself because you know they're doing the right thing. There's nothing worse than when you're a fucking dope like me to be near somebody that is doing the right thing. Because when you see them doing the right thing, there's that voice in the back of your head that you really try to drown out, you know, that's saying like, Bill, that's what you should be doing. You know you should be doing that, right? You know if you did that, you know, you'd stop having these ridiculous rants about technology and how fucking stupid it is. The reality is you lack the focus to get through an 8-page pamphlet, most of which are pictures with arrows pointing at the shit that the words are talking about. You can't get through that. And this person reminds you of that. So rather than being a fucking adult and just sitting down and opening the fucking booklet, you start yelling at the thing like it's a person. This is really just sort of therapy. I tried to set up Apple TV the other day, and you know, I know how I am now. I just told my wife to do it. She's like, I have to do it? I said, yeah, you have to do it, right? She goes, why? I go, because you are you're wired, no pun intended, better than I am for these types of situations, right? So she fucking, I'll break down right here the difference between me and my wife, right? She fucking got in there. So I'm sitting out in the backyard, right? Drinking a Miller. And she's in there. And I'm just listening to her sort of talking out loud, figuring it out. And then she got to one point and it fucked up. And then she laughed and went, oh no, or something like that. And I would never, ever emotionally be there. That right there was where I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? Fuck this fucking, I would flip out. She just laughed, okay? Now, here's the difference between us. So last night I'm at a buddy's of my house, right? There's like 8 of us, and we're fucking smoking a cigar, or cigars, I should say. We're not passing around like a joint, which is why I never got into smoking weed. It's like, it was the most disgusting thing is that thing gets passed around and shit. I was always sitting there like, can I have my own? No offense, fellas. I really like you guys. But could I have my own that only my mouth touches? It's fucking dirty, hippie, fucking pot-smoking sons of bees. So we're over there, and we're fucking smoking, and somebody just points. He's got this big window in his house, and this light is on. And somebody points to the window and is like, dude, what the fuck? And we look, and there's this mouse, like, climbing up the fucking window. And ironically enough, we were just talking about working with monkeys, in movies and shit, and wild animals and stuff. And I was talking out, I would never fuck, that's a deal breaker. I don't give a fuck how much money. There's no fucking way I'm working with the monkey, because those things routinely fucking they snap. You know what I mean? Everybody looks at, oh, look, he's got a little hat on and a vest. Somehow it's not a chimpanzee anymore that has the ability to rip my foot off my body. Fuck that thing. Fuck that thing, all right? I'm not working with it. I just got done saying that. And then when we saw the mouse, it all went out the fucking window. Next thing you know, we're trying to corner this thing, right? This is when you really realize what people are like when you get into like a crisis like this. So I got this Tupperware thing. I don't know why I didn't grab like a mop handle or something, but I'm in shorts and shit, and all I'm thinking is that this fucking thing bites me. Do I got to get those 70 rabies shots to the stomach? And I'm sitting there, right, the fucking liberal, trying to capture this thing and shoo it out the window, and then my buddy, the conservative, the things went up the curtain and was way up on the curtain. This guy's got this fucking, it was like 12-foot fucking ceilings, this old house, and it's all the way up there on the curtain. And the conservative dude goes, get some WD-40 and a match. It's like, and he was serious. It's like, dude, you want to burn this? You want to hear the sound of a mouse burning alive? You want that on your fucking hard drive? Not to mention, it's on curtains. I don't know what sort of sniper you think I am with this fucking shit. I'm not doing that. So anyways, the thing fucking like lightning quick. Like I threw the Tupperware at it to get it to crawl back down the curtain. We're like, where is it, dude? And like fucking Barry Sanders zigzags between all of us, takes off down the hall and goes through the only open door into the bathroom. So then my buddy's in there, he's got it, and he's got like the fucking Tupperware thing, and I'm going, close the door, but he doesn't want to be, close the door and be in there with the fucking mouse because it's still creepy. So I'm going, shut the fucking door. And he won't shut the door, and all of a sudden the thing starts running out, and I gave it the old fucking right pad save. Kicked it back into the room, right? It was like kicking a sock, too. I could barely feel it. I'm sure it felt different to the mouse. And it was hilarious. It fucking hit my buddy right in his knee. And he was wearing fucking shorts. And he jumps up in the air. And then the fucking thing ran out again, got down on the stairs. And I'm fucking, like, with this Tupperware thing going, boom, 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 trying to get the fucking thing. And then finally, and where it ran, like there wasn't a good amount of light, and I fucking had it. I heard it squealed, and they turned the light on, and I got the thing down, and the thing's on its back looking up on me. Its whole body is in the Tupperware, and I'm right down on its neck, and it's just looking up at me. And I got to tell you something right now. The thing was fucking adorable. So I was able to, quickly get its fucking head in there. And then the thing's in there like making this squealing noise. And I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. We're almost there. And I just slid it across the floor as it was freaking out. So I get it all the way to the door. And then there's, that piece of wood there between the door and outside. Now I got to fucking lift it up. I start to lift it up. Immediately, its fucking gross tail is sticking out. And I'm like, fuck. If this thing runs back in the house, then we got to do this shit all over again. And then what if I get bit? So I just held it down, the Tupperware thing down. And I sort of stood up with my hand still on it, brought my foot back, closed the door as much as I could, and I just fucking booted the thing, and it just took off like a maniac down the driveway. And the mouse lived to tell another fucking tale. And that's what I'm good at. You get a fucking mouse in the house, I'll get out some Tupperware, and I'll fucking get rid of it, all right? But if you want me to set up Apple TV, I actually enjoyed catching the mouse. I was never, even when I was running around, I wasn't frustrated. I never felt any anger. When I saw the mouse there, I didn't have any urge to kill it. I thought it was fucking adorable. And then I just let it go. And the mindset I was in that entire time, during that moderately challenging point in my life, if I could just be in that mindset when, I'm trying to fucking download something or anything like that, I feel like my wife would have 70% less shit to complain about when it comes to me. You know what I mean? If I could just somehow get in that mindset. It was fun. You run around, you get the blood going. Like when we all went back to smoking cigars. We were all laughing our balls off. Afterwards, guys go, hey, you fucking did this. You were scared and blah, blah, blah. And then we were like, dude, who the fuck said get WD-40 in a match? And we all just started laughing. We're like, dude, you're definitely voting for Trump. Get his coat. Take his coat, right? So anyways, I'm beginning to delegate now. Shit like that. I'll just because my wife, your wife, okay? And women in general are just inherently fucking lazy. They don't want to do shit. It's not like they're lazy. They're just too fucking smart to have to do most of the shit. And if they have a guy in their life, he's dumb enough to fucking do it. So all they got to do is a couple little pouty face fucking things, and they get to sit on the couch, right? And that's why they're always saying, oh, it's easier for you to lose weight. It's like, no, it's because every time there's a fucking cunty job, I got to go do it. Can you take the recycling out? That's cardio, sweetie. Why am I always on the fucking elliptical? Anyways, none of this was what the fuck I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk to you about is if you were near a fucking TV on Thursday, all right, and you're any sort of a goddamn American, you put on what you put on. My dog just started wagging its tail like. What I was doing somehow had something to do with her. You watched Thursday Night Football, and what you saw, what Patriot fans saw, what Colt fans saw, what Jim, the fucking biggest baby in NFL history, Jim Irsay saw, was the solidification, if that's even a word, of a man. Undeniably, he became that night the greatest coach of all time. Okay, that's it. It's not even debatable. You know how it's not debatable? Even people who hate the Patriots can't criticize Bill Belichick anymore. All they say is oh, that guy could win with them. You could be out there and he could win with you. So they have to sort of shit on Tom Brady. That's the closest you'll get a Patriot hater to say that Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time. They have to somehow take away Tom Brady, who fucking drove his team to the go-ahead score in all 6 Super Bowls that he was in with under 2 minutes left. 2 times. No disrespect to Eli. His defense failed him. I can never take it away from Eli. Eli beat us, right? Well, their front 4 beat us the first time. But you know what I'm saying. But when Tom had the fucking ball, he didn't Neil O'Donnell it. He Joe Montana it to 6 fucking times. 6 for fucking 6. I don't give a fuck how great a coach you are. You can't teach a guy to fucking do that. And all these fucking dopes out there who are acting like because we beat the Texans in week 3, that's the same fucking thing as, doing it the first week in fucking February. But anyways, what you're really seeing in New England is the greatest coach of all time. The devastating combination of the greatest fucking coach of all time. Arguably top 3-4 quarterback of all time. All right? Because I'm open. Johnny Unitas, Joe Montana. Joe Montana needed 4 attempts to win 4 Super Bowls, not 6, So I give him the edge there. And there's always some other fucking guy and somebody can give me a good argument for. And I say, all right, fucking throw him this. So Tom's like, whatever, 4 or 5, whatever the fuck you want to say. Even if you put him at 5, that's still, ridiculous. All right? And then our owner, I think, is on his way to being top 3 owner of all time. And if you want to fucking argue with me, here's his 3 coaching hires since he's been there. Bill Parcells, old Pistol Pete Carroll. Before anybody knew Pistol Pete was a fucking great coach, he hired him. And Bill Belichick. Okay? Bill Parcells, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick. And fucking 26 years owning the team, 24 fucking years owning the team. That's who the fuck he's had. His quarterbacks, Drew Bledsoe and fucking Tom Brady. All right? So all you people there who try to make it seem like it's just one person, like you need all 3 components. You got to have the ownership, you got to have the coaches, and you got to have the fucking players. All right? However, of the 3-headed monster there, one of them is without a doubt the greatest of all time, and that is Bill Belichick. And that's why I actually tweeted that Patriot fans are actually enjoying this suspension more than Jim Irsay. And it's fucking true. Because if we fucking somehow beat the Bills next week, all right? Now that Bissett is fucking fucked up his thumb, and we're going to have Edelman at quarterback. And if you looked at the highlights of Edelman playing quarterback at Kent State, you understand why he was not drafted as an NFL quarterback. Because there's no fucking way he would have survived. Half of the highlights are him running all over the goddamn field. And then the other half is him on his fucking tippy toes throwing the goddamn ball, trying to see over the fucking lineman or whatever. Like I know what a professional quarterback looks like. I'm just saying, the second I see a guy running around all over the field, it's like, yeah, you're not going to do that long in the NFL. Because they might not get you the first week. They might not get you the second. They might not get you for a couple years. But one of those days, they're going to get you. Oh, they're going to get you. And they're going to fuck you up when they do. And all it takes is that one fucking hit. And all of a sudden, you lose half a step, and then you're fucked. Okay? Because all that time, I feel like all that time you've been fucking running around. Just felt like that guy in Reservoir Dogs, So, you like to tell jokes. Giggling like a bunch of schoolgirls. Well, I got a joke for you. 12 guys sitting around a bullpen wondering how the fuck they got there. What did we do? What should we have done? All of a sudden they realize, all that time we were joking around, we should have been playing this caper. Whatever the fuck it goes. So anyways, the guy who loses a half fucking step, same thing. He starts thinking, all that time I was running around, I should have been learning the fucking position. And now you don't know how to, you don't have to fucking stand tall in the pocket. Your first instinct is to front for your fucking life. You've lost half a step, and then boom, you take the next fucking hit, and now you're fucked. And then that's the end of your career. And hopefully you got 3 years in, so you got the pension, which is something we learned last night. 3 years, you got to play 3 seasons, and then you get the NFL pension. Which starts at 55. Poor bastards. That's right around the time when your fucking concussion system. I don't. Do you really know that for a fact? No, I don't. Just shut the fuck up, Bill. So, anyways, the Patriots are 3-0. And how about those Bills yesterday? Huh? They came to life. All those people in Buffalo who were ready to say to the big flounder there, whatever his fucking name is. I love that. I can't remember. Rex Ryan. Because he's been so fucking quiet over the years. They were all ready to tell him to hit the fucking bricks. Hey, Rex, why don't you and your fucking carnival ride looking brother, right? He looks like he runs like the Tilt-A-Whirl. Why don't you guys go down to Duffy's, get yourself some wings? Bring your bags. This is going to be a one-way ticket, okay? Get on a fucking bus and go to Toronto and take over the fucking Argonauts, okay? When you're coaching the Buffalo Bills, if you fucking lose that job, if you get fired from that fucking job, the next stop, it's not even college football. You're in the CFL. And I usually say no disrespect, but I mean that as disrespectful as possible towards the CFL. Okay? And here's the deal. Nobody in Canada gives a fuck, okay? They're all about the hockey. And you know something? Speaking of that, I missed all the World Championship hockey like a fucking asshole. I heard it was amazing. All right. Sorry, man. I can't do my podcast. I have to type in a fucking password at the same time. What was I talking about? I was talking about Rex Ryan and fucking World Cup hockey, whatever the fuck that is. I was making fun of the CFL. Hey, Bill, we all know what you were doing. You're the one who lost his fucking place. All right, relax. There's no reason to get hostile. So I think, I don't know, with Edelman at quarterback, which is what it's looking like, it is a home game. I say, this is my prediction. Knowing nothing about football on any professional level, I say if Jimmy Garoppolo is back, we win that game. I think if, I don't know, anybody else is playing, I don't know. Bissett, I don't know if he can play. I just think it's that's going to be a really tough one because what's his face? Rex Ryan has a fucking hard on for us, and he's got a great defense. And looks like I don't know. This year's been really fucking weird. Like you'd see like Arizona Cardinals beat the fuck out of the Seahawks, right? And then you're thinking like, wow, they beat the Seahawks. I know that they don't have Marshawn Lynch and all these guys. They're kind of a different. They're in one of those weird years. Not great, not fucking bad, but they got Pete Carroll. But they beat the fuck out of them. And then they go to Buffalo that hasn't won a game, and then they get the shit kicked out of them by the Bills. So it's too early in the season. I don't know who's who. I don't know what's what. I don't know who's shot. I don't know who's not. But I think it's going to be a really tough game. And I really hope that we win because if we lose, I know that Rex Ryan is going to do some classless fucking, one of his corny-ass John Wayne fucking lines. Nothing worse than a fat guy with swagger. I'm such a dick sometimes. All right, God bless him. All right, here we go. Let's do some advertising. Lost another one, everybody. I lost another advertiser. You know what I mean? They just don't fucking... Those fucking cunts who are sitting there trying to go, hey, did you know that 60% of live event tickets go unsold? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. What about, hey, do you know that 60% of tickets are held back and sold to fucking people like you by the promoters that then get a cut to scalping tickets on their own fucking shows? I would believe that. Because I don't understand how do these people end up with all the goddamn tickets? Does that make any sense? Is that you with your tail, or is there something knocking on the door, Cleo? Huh? What's your deal, man? You got restless dog syndrome? Fucking love this animal. You know what, Cleo? I'd catch you in a big Tupperware, except I wouldn't let you go. Pooh! All right, let's do some reads here. Let's do some reads. All right. Give me the loot. Loot Crate. Loot Crate. Looking for gear, collectibles, housewares, and more from your favorite pop culture franchises? Well, we got you covered. We got you covered. Loot Crate offers a range of geek and gamer items for less than $20 a month. Want to bring your loot to the next level? Get a bigger box with even bigger loot with Loot Crate DX. If you're more the type to wear your geeky heart on your sleeve, then Lootwear. Our monthly wearables are an accessory subscription is the droid you're looking for. This fucking copy, I have no idea, other than I've read it before. I would have no idea what the fuck this shit is. This is all that Comic-Con. You going to Comic-Con? Are you sick of having the same costume as every other fucking fat, unfuckable geek down there? Well, we got you covered with limited edition Green Lantern. This is like this place you could actually probably dress up like Alfred the Butler. You know what I mean? Like this is the level of fucking nerd shit that they have here. That chill running up your spine isn't just your imagination. It's Loot Crate's October theme, horror. We're taking over. We're taking over 40 years of creepy, campy, bloody icons and putting them in this month's crate. Channel your best final girl with items from The Walking Dead. What does final girl mean? Nightmare on Elm Street. I know that one. Friday the 13th. Absolutely. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Nice. And Halloween. That ain't bad. Wow, it's been a while since they've made a good horror movie, huh? They got to go that far back. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. And when the cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. Make sure to head down to www.lootcrate.com/Burr and enter the code Burr to save $3 off on any new subscription today. Boo. That was all in capitals. I guess I was supposed to try to scare you guys with that. I have no idea what that is, but I want to say anybody who's into that, you have fun with that. You have fun with that, whatever the fuck that is. They're all fucking excited. Oh my God, it's
Halloween's this month. I'm going to get a Mike Myers mask. I'm going to get a Freddy Krueger. Who should I be? Who are you going to be this year? Oh, I don't want to be Jason. Yeah, you just put on a hockey mask and you grab a knife. I mean, I feel like, I want to go all out.
All right, Blue Apron, everybody. Blue Apron. Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. Jesus Christ, what the fuck's going on upstairs? Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients and building a community of home chefs. Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers from across the United States. Well, that would be nice. It would be nice if there was 150 farms left that the fucking old Anthony Monsanto, Anthony, took them over. As a result, seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in a partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. I don't know what that is. You should look that up. Beef, chicken, and pork comes from responsibly raised animals. This is all vague. Because Blue Apron ships the exact amount of each ingredient required for a recipe, they are reducing food waste. These guys got their heart in the right place. Cooking together builds a strong family bond. We're not going to bring up Jesus now, are we? Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. Some of the meals available in September. We have the eggplant and chickpea tangine with Islander pepper and tomato and couscous. One of our other specials is the summer udon noodle salad with cherry tomatoes, corn, and summer sweet pepper. And of course, my favorite, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on artisan bread cooked by little elves inside of a termiteless tree. All the elves are held against their will in a responsible way. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with their pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/Burr. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait, you cunts. That's blueapron.com/Burr. All right. I'd love to be a fucking waiter. I just realized that. Just mock the menu every night. We have a seared salmon salad. What do you want there, fucko? All right, how many more of these I got? MVMT watches. All right, when you're in your early 20s and 30s, money can be tight, man. If you're not careful, dressing well can quickly drain your bank account, like spending $400 to $500 on a department store watch. There's some brands out there that charge insane prices for watches that aren't even worth it. Well, if you want to look great and when you go out but still have enough money to buy him or her a drink, people have told me that they're also, when they say him or her, they mean, if the guy is gay. That's why they say him or her, which is way more believable to me than there's actually a woman out there buying a man a drink. Who knows? I'm an old guy. Maybe these ladies have changed. Check out movementwatches.com. I've seen them before, and these watches are sharp. I read that. I never said that. Originally founded by two broke college kids, Movement watches cut out the middleman and their big brand retail markups in order to give you a stylish watch for an affordable price. Movement watches start at just $95. A watch with department store quality for a fraction of the price. They're sleek and minimalistic, a modern twist on a classic style. Movement has grown organically purely by supporters like you. So join their more than 1 million social media followers, and get a Movement watch today. How? I'll tell you. Go to mvmtwatches.com/Burr and they'll give you 15% off your entire purchase. mvmtwatches.com/Burr. Is this the last one? No, it isn't. I still got 2 more to do. We'll wait. We will wait. Right? No, there's only 1 more. All right, we'll plow through this one. Fuck. All right. Oh, our old favorite, Stamps.com. Mailing and shipping are a routine part of your business. Important. Keeps your operations going. That doesn't make any. Mailing and shipping are a routine part of your business. Running your business, ... Important, comma. Keeps your operation going. This is like they're giving clues on the $10,000 pyramid. Routine part of running your business. Important. Keeps your operation going. Pass. But if you're making constant trips to the post office, that's a routine that needs to change. There's a much more convenient way, and that's called Stamps.com. Stamps.com brings all of the service of your post office right to your desk. You'll never waste valuable time going to the post office again, so you can focus on what really matters, man, growing your business. I use Stamps.com to send out all the posters for my fucking shows. Right now, and if I can figure it out, so can you. Right now, sign up for Stamps.com and use my last name, Burr, for this special offer, 4-week trial, plus a $110 bonus offer that includes postage and a digital scale. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com. Before you do anything else, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. Thank Christ. All right, it's over. Okay, so last week I teased you guys, and I mentioned something about great white sharks. I was supposed to go on this fucking trip with a good buddy of mine, Dean Del Rey. I paid for the whole fucking trip. My part of the trip, I should say. And I was going to go in a shark cage while I chummed the fucking water. And I was going to, with great white sharks swimming by me. I was all set to go. Everything was a go and all of this shit. And then this fucking business, there was this edit and this fucking, I just couldn't get out of it. And I couldn't fucking go. And I was devastated, but I'm happy that I got done what needed to get done. And if you guys want to see what I missed out on, go to Dean Del Rey's. I'm sure he's already uploading pictures. He's getting back now. And he's the reason why I went, because he went years ago. And dude, like, the pictures look like Discovery Channel shit. And I'm terrified of fucking sharks. But I want to see a great white shark at some point in my life. And to the universe in a safe fucking way. I don't want to be on a sinking ship and be like, oh, I finally got to see one, right? So I wasn't able to do it. But so not only do I not get to do this, okay, and I end up having to edit all these fucking episodes and shit, because even though the show isn't coming out until spring of next year, we're still in crunch time, because that's how doing a show works. There's never enough time. There's never enough money. They can't fucking, it's just, and you're always behind. Somehow we just have to fucking get this done now, or we're going to be fucked. We're going to be fucked. It's just that 24/7, right? So I'm glad that I did that, but fucking blows. So anyway, so I'm back here, all right, and I'm driving around Los Angeles, and at rush hour, I pull up to this fucking stoplight, and it's like there's 2 lanes of cars, all right? There's like 2 people in front of me. I stop, and next to me, there's 3 people, and that's as far, I don't even look in the rearview mirror, and I'm just sitting there. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, and then I hear what sounds like a fucking explosion, just boom, and I went whoa, and then I don't even remember somebody hit my car, right? I don't even remember feeling that. All I know is I just saw this fucking Prius just driving right down the fucking middle of all of the stopped cars. Just went right by me. Sorry about your ears right there. Just, right? And just side view fucking mirrors just flying off every car, right down the side of my car. and he just comes to, or he or she comes to a stop. All the airbags deployed in this person's car on the side. I couldn't even see who was in it. So all I'm thinking is like, oh my God, fucking obviously classic example of texting while driving. This motherfucker was looking down and at the last second was like, fuck, and just tried to shoot through the middle. So I hate when people get into little fender benders like that and then they just get out of their car and they leave the car where it's at. It's like, will you just drive the fucking thing over? Get it out of the fucking way so people behind you can get out of there. So what I did was I pulled, there was like a street, a couple feet up, and I just pulled into that street and pulled over. And the person still hasn't gotten out of the car. Everybody else that this person hit is out of their cars now, and we're waiting for this person to get out. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, like, are they unconscious? Did they hit their fucking head? I mean, that really sounded, the impact was unbelievable, right? I get out of my car, and all I have is this on the side of my car. All the person got was the side view mirror, but it's bent all the way the fuck back. So like, basically, you could pull up next to me, and you could like brush your teeth in the mirror because it's pointed right at you if you were parallel to me. So finally, the fucking car door opens, and I actually felt bad for the person. I was like, oh my God, they're going to be so embarrassed. They're going to be fucking mortified or whatever. And it was the exact opposite. This dude gets out, and he just starts cursing everybody out. He got out of the car yelling at us. This fucking guy just hit 5 people. And he's like, you motherfucking fuck you. And he's going, fuck you, you fucking bitch. And people, now, of course, people are videoing this person. All right? And he starts, you fucking bitch, this is the person you should be, get video of her. You fucking fuck all you guys. And well, I'm like, this guy was like, he was so fucking committed to yelling at us for half a second. I started thinking like, yeah, what did I do wrong when I was just sitting there at the traffic light, not hitting anybody? So the funniest thing ever, right? These people start to engage this person in the argument. It's like, why would you waste your time arguing? This guy just hit 5 people with the car, and he's yelling at us. He's literally knee deep in side view fucking mirrors. Like, do you really think that you're gonna say anything to this guy, and he's gonna stop mid screaming and be like, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't look at it that way. So I just start laughing. I mean, it was fucking hilarious. This guy just hit 5 fucking people, and now he's yelling at us. It was fucking hilarious, right? So he gets into his car, and he grabs like 3 backpacks, and he puts them on himself, and he goes, get used to it. This is what LA is going to be like. And everybody's like, whoa, hey, post 9/11. What the fuck does that mean? He yells at the lady more. Calls her a bitch another couple times. And I don't know if they were both fucking jockeying for a position or he felt she cut him off. But I think this guy just went total fucking road rage. He just picked a spot and he's like, I'm fucking getting there before you and I don't give a shit. This guy just fucking snaps. So he grabs his fucking backpacks and then just walks away. Walks down the street like fucking, I was joking with my buddies, like Andy Griffith when he's taking Opie to go fishing. He just fucking walked away. And I was like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. He hit us. He's yelling at us, and then he walks away. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like, one of the greatest displays of entitlement I've ever seen in my fucking life. I mean, what if there was a pregnant lady he hit? I mean, this guy hit this fucking first person so hard. I looked down. I thought it was a hubcap. It was this chunk of a rim. I said to the cop, I go, is that plastic? He goes, no, that's metal. That's the rim. It's like, Jesus Christ. So by the time the cops get there, that guy's just gone. He is gone. That ball is gone. So I call up a buddy of mine because now I'm like fucking pissed, going like, Jesus, the arrogance of this guy. And then I'm thinking all that shit. What if I went up and I just said, no, buddy, you shut the fuck up. And then I knocked him out. And then, you go into your hero fucking thing. Yeah, what if I did that? Oh, wait, that's right. I'm a pussy, Oh, wait, I don't like getting punched in the face. Oh, that's why. I don't have even a white belt in any martial art. That's why. That's why I sat there and did nothing. Oh, I forgot. That's right. That's why I did nothing, right? So I call up a buddy of mine who's a lawyer. I remember a long time ago, I got into it with this woman. And we went up to the stoplight, and she was like, she beeped at me, so I beeped back at her. And she beeped at me, I beeped back at her. And then she just fucking hammered the horn all the way up to the light, like 400 yards. Beep, stops and holds it down and is staring at me in the rearview mirror. What? And the second it stopped, she held her horn down for 30 seconds. And the second it stopped, I just went beep. And me and the woman I was with fucking started dying laughing at her. And then she all of a sudden put her car in reverse, backed into me really lightly, and then got out, reached into her glove box. And I sat there like going, oh my God, is she getting a gun? What the fuck? And she wrote down my license plate number and then drove away. And I, of course, thought nothing of it. I was a young man. And next thing you know, I'm on the road, and I get this. I'm checking my voicemail. It's like the 90s. This is how long ago this was. And it was just like, Mr. Burr, this is Officer so-and-so from the El Segundo Police Department investigating a possible assault with a deadly weapon. Or whatever the fuck it is, because basically your car is a deadly weapon. Now, isn't it battery if you actually hit somebody? I thought assault was either threatening somebody or making them feel like you're going to hit them or something like that. That's assault in a battery, assault, and battery's actually doing it. So anyways, because of that fucking thing, I knew that, watching this guy leave, I'm like, okay, that's 5 counts of an assault, of assault with a deadly weapon. We got video of you screaming at everybody, so you can't say you were texting or listening to the radio. You've basically admitted that what you did, you kind of did on purpose. We have you on video. Everyone knows what you look like. And then you left the scene of the accident. So I call up a buddy of mine who's a lawyer, and I just left the message. I was like, I just want to know what kind of jail time is this guy looking at? How long is he going to go to jail? My buddy calls me back, and he just goes, I go, yeah. I go, can you fucking believe it? He goes, yeah, man, that's crazy. And I go, how long is this guy going to go to jail for? What's that, like 3 years? And he goes, if he's a first offender, the jails are crowded. He doesn't have any other priors or anything like that. He just has like a rage issue. They probably just suspend his license indefinitely. They send him some anger management things. And I was just like, no jail time? And he was like, when he got out of the car, like, what was he saying? And just... I couldn't believe it. I was like, you can fucking hit people, 5 different people in a car. No concern for their well-being whatsoever. Get out, curse everybody out, leave, and not fucking go to jail. It's unbelievable. What the fuck do you have to do to go to jail? And he was just like, well, you're going to put him in jail, and nobody becomes a better person when they go to jail. He's going to be in there with a bunch of fucking maniacs, so... I actually feel irresponsible to let people know out there that you can basically do what this guy just did and you're not going to go to jail. I'm sure he's going to get arrested when they find him. I don't know. I was pretty blown away by that. So there you go. Instead of looking at sharks, I got rear-ended by this guy. But I got to admit, every time I think about that guy yelling, it was fucking hilarious. And I start thinking, like, was that just like a strategy for him to get the fuck out of there? And everybody goes like, it was probably a stolen car. It's like, who the fuck steals a Prius? How do you start a Prius? How do you steal one? Can you hotwire the fucking thing? I don't know. I have no idea. So I love how everybody becomes like a fucking sleuth, Well, yeah, probably what was the circumstances? Oh, okay, let me listen to you with your complete lack of fucking... That's why I called a lawyer. I was like, I don't want to talk to other people. Because he'll probably get like 7 years, I never even took a lawyer class. Lawyer class. I never went to law school. I'm a moron. All right. I'm also trying to type in my password, so I immediately become extra fucking stupid. Did I type it in right? Yes. Okay. Let's do some questions here for the week. By the way, congratulations to the Tennessee Volunteers, man. Jesus Christ, what a fucking game. Versus Florida. SEC football at its fucking best. They hadn't beat Florida in 11 years. They came close a couple of times, only to come up short, right? So Tennessee got their asses whooped in the first fucking half. They get booed off the field by their own fan base. Right? They come out, they make their halftime adjustments, and all of a sudden the scoring in the game stops. It's like 21-3. Tennessee couldn't do a fucking thing with the ball. But now all of a sudden, Florida can't, they're still up 21-3, but they're not scoring anymore. And they're getting stops. And all of a sudden, Tennessee starts moving the fucking ball and they score 21-10. The crowd starts coming to life. All right, they get another stop. Florida's defense goes back out on the field. They're getting tired. They're breathing through their mouths, right? And next thing you know, fucking bam, 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 like Mr. Blonde. A lot of Reservoir Dogs references this week. Fucking, they just went on this fucking run, and they, like 5 out of 6 drives, their last drives, they scored touchdowns. The next thing you know, it's fucking like 38-21 or something like that. And there's like a minute and a half left. And one of the coolest things I said, they went up into Tennessee's, like the coach's box when they're up there, the guys down there, the fucking, the generals up there, right? And they circle this one guy. Gary Danielson circles this one guy. He goes, you see this guy right here? And they had this total intense look on his face. He goes, that guy was brought to Tennessee for one reason, to beat Florida. And I was just like, that's the fucking shit. That's like one of the badass things. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here in Knoxville? And you can actually legitimately sit at a bar and be like, I came to Knoxville for one reason. That's to beat Florida. And not be totally, it wouldn't be as cheesy as that. You could actually fucking be telling the truth. So the guy was brought in for one reason, and that was to beat Florida. And the fucking guy did it, and he showed no emotion until 3, 2, 1, and then when it was over, he jumped up and hugged the guy next to him. And that's just, I can't imagine how much money is getting stuffed into the front pocket of his fucking button down by all those boosters. The boosters, man. What a fucking game. People were going fucking crazy. It was just, one of the. It was every. Vern Lundquist said it. Said if you don't like that, you don't like college football. He didn't have a southern accent, but I don't know. It was Tennessee, man. And once again, bucket list. I want to go to a Florida Gator home game, which I'm fucking going to in a couple of weeks against LSU. Speaking of which, happy trails, as they say on. PTI to Les Myers. Had a great fucking run there. I mean, that's how it always ends. It always ends with you getting fired. So as much as people bitch, moan, and complain about the guy, he did win a championship. I know people, that was Nick Saban's team. Go fuck yourself. Okay, so it was Nick Saban's team. And you know what? He didn't drive it into a fucking tree, and they missed the playoff. Like a certain guy who went 11-5 with the Patriots the year after the fucking Super Bowl. The Matt Castle debate. Holy fucking shit. That will never end. Dude, Matt Castle. Well, what about when he went to Kansas City and he was so bad that they cheered when he fucking got hurt? Well, that was because that was Kansas City. Well, Joe Montana went to Kansas City, and all of a sudden Kansas City went to the playoffs. Playoffs, right? I just don't know how fucking more basic it could be. But no, you're right. Matt Castle, Tom Brady. Yeah, there's no difference. Oh, Jesus. All right. Hypodermics. Hydrophonics. Dear Billy Baldo, the Bullock Brain. Bullock Brain. Bull. You prefer Bull? I'm having a real problem in a startup I'm launching. I'm pitching that about hydrophonics to people who have no idea about it. Is this like a commercial that's disguised as a fucking question? How can I make it relatable to the common man? It's the best way to grow plants using the least land and water with much less chemicals. Oh, dude, you're fucking with blue blood money here. You better keep this on wraps, dude, or you'll just, I don't know, commit suicide somehow conveniently. I made an invention that slashes the costs to less than half of the current system, but pitching it and getting people interested is a big challenge. Any advice? I would do what the Tesla guy did. You just do it yourself, because like the best case scenario is, if what you're doing is true, is you'll pitch it to a corporation, they will buy it and they will never use it, but they will own it and then no one else can use it. Like that's what they would do. So anyways, he said, any advice? hydroponics can really change the global farming for the better. Saw your show in Bristol with my team and really enjoyed it. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Yeah, I would try. You need to find, for something like that, I would say that you need to find people you need to find the rebels. All right? Those rare people who actually have money and aren't giving it to politicians, aren't best friends with all the fucking cops and just totally in the system. You got to find people outside of that who want to be like, yeah, this is bullshit. Come in here with an idea and let's try to fucking put it to work. I mean, you're probably going to have to give up part ownership of it. There's all of that. But, if what you're saying is actually real and it does work, I would say even if you owned a piece of that, you're going to be fine financially. But now, how you find those types of people, I have no idea. But what I would try to do, I mean, can you literally Google the top 10 fucking people with money that, Jesus Christ, this is all going off the rails. You know what I'm saying? I would not go the corporate route because, like I said, you're either going to fucking, they'll put something in your eggs and you'll have a fucking coronary, or they're just going to buy the idea and take it. So you need to find some rebels, man. People with some fucking balls. And then I would try to go directly to local farmers, show them how it works. You might have to give it away at first, and then that guy will spread the word to other farmers. And, this could be a way that they can compete with big-time farming. Like I would try to sell it that way. That's one of those things you got to do it like how the rappers would make it back in the day. They'd make mixtapes and sell them out of the trunk of their car. Like you have to do it that way. This is going to be the long road. You know what I mean? This is the comic who doesn't have a catchphrase, who doesn't wear the same silly fucking shirt every time, who fucking isn't like, I don't know, doesn't wrap their fucking act around a cause. You're just going to try to just be funny. You're going to have to take the long road with this. But, yeah, I think in there somewhere I gave you some good advice. Yeah, I would try to get to local farmers and have one of them use it and say how great it is and how much money they saved. I would go that way, and then you get enough of those farmers doing that shit, okay, using your system, and then you get them to show their results and what they were able to do and how much more money they made using less, and then you go to the guy. Then you start asking around, then you find the guy, then you get the money. Okay, now you got a little bit of momentum because you did some of the legwork. You can own more of it. And then you can create that fear like, hey, man, I got another guy coming down to check this out. You want to get in business with me or what? Then you get a better percentage. I would go that route. I just described like a Julia Roberts movie. But I think you could do it. All right. Anyways, good luck to you, sir. I hope what you're saying is true, and I hope you can make a difference because that would be tremendous. All right. Bayer cunts. Hey, Copper Top. Was wondering if you heard about these cunts Bayer. Yeah, the aspirin. Oh, yeah, I heard about this. These fuckers are buying Anthony Monsanto and changing their name to Bayer to avoid the negativity that comes with the Monsanto name, but not changing any of the fucked up practices like GMO seeds and hiding from the public how they are poisoning our food supply, etc. Yeah, how come this never comes up in the political debates? They never talk about it because these guys have so much. We will fucking murder you money if you talk to us, talk about us. If this wasn't bad enough, I read up on Bayer and come to find out a few years ago these bastards supplied blood to hemophiliacs who needed blood transfusions and their products and had the AIDS virus in it and continued to sell it after they knew about it. They even admitted to it? Come on. Where did you read this? What in the fuck? How are these corporate fuckheads always allowed to get away with this unbelievable level of greed and soulless, inhuman behavior? These cunts should be tried and executed. Here's a link in case you wanted to read up on this. Bayer admits it paid millions in HIV infection cases, just not in English. What? Thanks for the last. After reading shit like this, I can use a few. All right, I'll look that up. I hope that's a legitimate website and not some fucking lunatic. But that just says that they admitted that they fucked up and paid out. But God knows that corporations, they had those fucking police cruisers that if you got rear-ended, like there was a major problem with the gas tank igniting and these state troopers were fucking burning to death. And I heard they knew about that and they weighed the whole, the lawsuit, the class action suit versus changing the design, and the class action suit would be less, so they chose that. And they let these fucking cops burn to death. So it wouldn't surprise me. This is getting really dark, people. All right. Hillary Health. Dear Billy Bilderberg, I've always known you to be an open-minded and unbiased. Really? That's not how I describe myself. And also an empathizer with conspiracy theories. Oh, yeah, I'll listen to it. Which is why I was somewhat upset about your unawareness last week when asked about Hillary's health. Unawareness? Is that a word? I'm not some guy, well, it didn't get underlined in red, so obviously it's got to be a word, right? I'm not some guy in support of either campaign or party. Yes, you are. We all are. But when I saw the shit I'm going to show you, I slowly became more unhinged. All I'm hoping for here is to react to a few videos that have received as limited media attention as possible, and I'll just try to give quick, unbiased descriptions before each one. But I want you to give your honest opinion. I'm sure you might have the same first thought that I had after seeing these things, but eventually the only reaction I had are, what the fuck is happening? Just put them in your URL, click on them. All right. Okay, he's describing all this stuff. All right, seizure faces. Phlegm, faint, and green screen. All right, so I watched these videos. Let me see if I can find these things. These are all clips of Hillary Clinton allegedly, having major medical issues and nobody's talking about it. All right, did Hillary have a seizure? All right.
Freeway, and I was scared about it. You guys have got to try the cold chai.
I don't think she had a seizure in this first one. I think she is that uncomfortable in her own fucking skin. And that's her trying to act like she's fucking playful. And this is what all politicians do. And this is why Trump is killing it. Because Trump would have looked over and be like, where the fuck did you come from? She did not just have it. That's not a seizure. That's not what a seizure looks like. You don't have a seizure like fucking... They will jump on anything. There's no fucking way like the media is going to cover up. She had a fucking seizure. Look how much they made out of her having pneumonia. That's not a seizure. That's just an incredibly uncomfortable person in their own fucking skin trying to act like they're playful. All right, this next one's my favorite one. Close-up of Hillary's feet showing she was dragged into a van. Now, this one's completely eliminated because you never show me whose head belongs to those feet. It's somebody getting dragged. Like, I don't understand, like, I don't even see her, I don't even see that person's, let me look at this again. See, they're getting dragged here. Yeah, I don't see anything there, and I don't even know that that's Hillary. This is why you can't present this as fucking news. Then Hillary disappearing. This looks like a 5th grade Photoshop to me. Yeah, I don't know. This is fucking hilarious. This looks like an Atari this is why this is not on national news, dude. This shit is ridiculous. And then the last one is simply her with her weird eyes normally in slow motion. With some silly music underneath it. Yeah, no, this is... You put anybody in slow motion, they're going to look demonic. This is why I haven't talked about it. Okay, yeah, she's on the campaign trail. She's worked herself to death, and she got pneumonia. Like most people, when they work themselves that hard, you catch pneumonia. It's completely fucking normal. Do I agree with her politics? Do I like her? Am I going to vote for her? No. Am I going to vote for Donald Trump? No. Is the other person that I'm going to fucking vote for going to win? No. All right? But I don't think that Hillary is like literally having seizures on TV, and people are just completely fucking ignoring it. All right? There's plenty of fucking dopes that they can put in office that will do exactly what they say that don't have seizures. So why would they have her? Because it's too late, man. They're too far down the thing. Yeah, I don't buy it. I am all about the conspiracies. I'm all fucking about them. But I just don't buy into them. So what I think you have there, sir, is basically, those shows where people find old shit in their house. Like, this has been in our family for like 5 generations. I was wondering, is it worth anything? And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You're that person who came in with something that you thought it was real, but it's a fake. And you thought it was worth thousands and thousands of dollars, but it's only worth $15. And then you just, in the awkward silence that follows, you just slowly pack up your shit and then you leave. I'm sorry, sir. I wanted to believe it so bad. I can't stand Hillary. I think she is one of the most dishonest people that has come along since her husband or the last Bush administration. I hate the Clintons. I hate the Bushes. I don't mind George Bush Sr., all right? George Bush Sr. was a fucking badass, okay? I don't know what the fuck the Warren Commission and being part of the CIA, I don't know what the fuck he did there. All I knew is that guy at like 19 years old fucking bombed an island where he had to fucking fly in, and what he was trying to take out was below the highest points. It was like he was flying into an old football stadium shaped like a horseshoe, and he flew in below the highest level of the mountains on the side of him, and there was people shooting at him down at his fucking plane. You got what the fuck was it? Flags of Our Fathers. You got to read that book. Now, that book I read. Anyways, all right, that is the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening. And that is all. Check out Dean Del Rey's pictures of the shark encounter that I missed. But next year, I'm definitely fucking going. I delayed it for a year. Whatever. You can't fucking do everything. But, I'm glad I was here and I got to edit the shows and to get rear-ended by a psycho and watch the guy just walk away. Ba-doop, boop, boo, ba-doop, boop, boo, right down the fucking street. So there you go, people. Just know that you can do that. If you're having a bad day, evidently you can plow into 5 people, tell them to all go fuck themselves, and you just walk away. But they will take your license forever, possibly, if they find you. I have no idea. All right, go fuck yourselves, and I'll check in on you on Thursday. As always, if you want to donate to the podcast, the easiest way to do it is you go to BillBurr.com, you click on the podcast page, and then you click on the Amazon link. And if you go there, take you to Amazon, if you buy something, no extra charge to you, they kick me a little fucking dough for driving traffic to their site. If you don't want to do it, I totally understand. All right, I'll see you Thursday.